Kane.
First of 3 here on a Friday night as the first pitch is in there for strike one. And Eric, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They continue to fall on hard times, losing again last time out, and that makes 7 losses in their last 8 games.
And the silver lining to that is that they do have their ace going here tonight. He's what folks used to call the stopper, the guy you turn to when you need to break a losing streak. So it's all on his shoulders here tonight.
And he comes up empty there on a pitch in the dirt and falls behind now 1-2. Get that feeling that'll be a pitch we see a lot of as this game goes along.
And when he's throwing that thing good, a lot of times that's where it winds up. So these guys are going to have to prove they can lay off that thing in the dirt, or they're going to keep seeing it.
And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Line hard toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. First batter of the game, he's all over this pitch and lines it to center field for a leadoff single to get things started.
Gerard Dyson will stand in, and he is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well in April. Now a move over to first, but the runner's back easily. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Well, Johnson has been known to have a little bit of a floating strike zone at times. Sometimes he's dead on with the corner pitches, and other times he's a little stingy. That same thing could be said for the high and low as well.
And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. Ryan sets, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. Pitch outside, the throw, not in time. He's in there at second.
And this is all about a table setter at the top of the lineup doing his job perfectly. Gets on base to start the ball game. Now he's into second on the stolen base, and they're off to a fast start here early on.
No one out with a runner at second. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Coughlin going back. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away. With that, here are Ned Yost's Kansas City Royals in this one. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
Well, Matt, this team has elite speed, so all you have to do is keep the ball on the ground, focus on hitting line drives, and play small ball.
Kendrys Morales is in trying to pick up that first run in the top of the first inning. They've got the leadoff man at third now with one away.
Good job of moving the runner, but none of it's going to matter if they can't drive him home. You've got to put the ball in play right here.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And no advance. It's ball one. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out. And with that, let's take a look now at how the A's will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, they have a man on the mound, high ERA. That usually means there's a lot of hard hit balls. So this defense They're going to have to be ready with that leather out there.
Eric Hosmer will stand in, hoping to get things turned around here in April as he enters play with an average down in the 220s. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Back goes Crisp to the track, to the wall. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A two-run home run off the bat of Eric Hosmer as the Royals move out in front now 2-0.
This is a fastball on the outside third of the plate. Look at him just reach those arms out and really drive this thing the other way. It didn't stay fair by much, but if you can steer him near the poles, you don't have to hit him 400 feet.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez.
Salvador Perez.
As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. The batting average clearly not where he wants it to be. 3 homers and 5 driven in. Chopped foul right at home plate. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he won't offer it that. Too high. 1-2.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I think we'll see a breaking ball down in the zone, trying to get him to swing and miss.
Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. The Royals come up with a pair, however, on this 2-run home run. Home half of the first coming up from the Coliseum. It's 2-0 Kansas City. Danny Duffy is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Kansas City. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, this will be his second start of the season. In his first start, he already got himself in the win column. He'll be looking to add to that here.
Getting ready. There you see Chris Coghlan as he'll start things out here in the home first.
Leading up for the A's, center fielder, Chris Coghlan.
Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. Eric Karros, we look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. They were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
And they've split the first 4 games on this road trip, so lately they're in a bit of a holding pattern, but they could be ready to break out right here.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw over by Infante, and that's out number 1. With that, let's look at the starting lineup for the hometown A's. Steve, how do they go about ending this losing streak they're in the midst of?
Well, guys, this is a power-heavy lineup. You need to stay patient and get balls up in the zone that they can drive.
Dave Winfield will get his first opportunity now. 0 for 4 in Wednesday's ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike.
One thing to keep an eye on as this game goes along, first pitch strikes. The more this guy can work from ahead, the better off he's going to be.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. To first. Fielded cleanly by Hosmer. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. With a moment
Batting
now,
third,
let's take a look at the
first
defensive
baseman,
alignment for Kansas
Jeff
City. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, out there at first base, Eric Hosmer. He won the 2015 Gold Glove Award, but he's not known just for it being a great defensive player. Runs the bases well, swings the bat, just comes out and grinds every single game. We'll see what he does in this one.
Here's a high pop-up. Hosmer is camped under this one. And he will make the catch, so that'll do it. Nothing across here this half. We'll move to the second inning here in Oakland. It's the Royals 2 and the A's nothing. Alex Gordon will stand in, getting the start here despite
Leading
being
off for
out of the
Kansas
lineup
City,
last night.
Left fielder, Alex Gordon.
Ryan gets the sign. First pitch on its way. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball one. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And a base hit here to open up the second.
Yeah, the first inning was
Batting
no
seven,
picnic, and now
third
he's already in
baseman,
trouble again here in the second. He hadn't looked all that sharp so far, and he's in danger of really putting his guys behind the 8-ball early.
Mike Moustakas will dig in now. Off to a slow start, as you see there. Just barely over the 200 mark here in April. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a liner, but foul. Now the 0-1. And this is high, a ball and a strike. Set. Here comes the 1-1. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
One and two. Here it comes. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
You know, it seems like every
Second
time we
baseman,
check these out and
Omar
show motion,
Infante.
it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Omar Infante to stand in as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to left center. Coughlin comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for round number 2.
And this is all about
Batting
taking
ninth,
charge out there.
shortstop,
That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there.
Escobar.
So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easily.
Alcides Escobar will dig in now, and he's got to be wondering when his bat's going to make the trip north from spring training, as he has really struggled in the early going. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Royals leave one as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Coco Crisp will get his first chance
Leading
here.
up for
2
the
for
A's.
4 in Wednesday's game.
Left fielder, Coco Crisp.
Into the windup and the pitch. And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1.
Nope.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Tap fouled at home plate. Set to deal on 2-2. Hot shot towards the hole. And that will be the first hit for the Athletics thus far.
Down 2-0 here early. They get the leadoff man on to start the second. See how they want to play things from here.
In now, Danny Valencia, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Oh, and they've got him picked off. The tag's there by Escobar, and he's out at second base.
So much for their first hit of the ball game. Didn't even seem to be that terrific of a move. They just caught him off guard there.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Dyson's there. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Batting sixth, catcher, Carlton Fisk.
Carlton Fisk will stand in. 1 for 4 back in Wednesday's contest. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him.
And we'll see him work both sides of the plate with the curveball going forward. Now, maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. This is hit high and deep out to left. Gordon going back. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot here to left, and the A's are on the board now. It's a 2-1 ball game.
Well, no doubt that's a mistaken location right there. At the plate, his eyes were probably lighting up watching that one come in.
Stepping in now,
Batting seventh,
Marcus Semien.
the shortstop, Marcus
Yes, he'll take a look at ball one. He'll enter play here with an average of .314, 2 home runs, and 5 driven in. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. And the pitch on 2-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Hosmer in foul ground. And a heck of an effort over there at first, but it'll be for naught as this is a foul ball. All even at 2-2. Here it is. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
They tried to get him to bite on that pitch, but it was way out of the zone there. Didn't even tempt him. Now he'll need to make a much better pitch here on a 3-2 count.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Good battle, count remains full. Ready now with the payoff pitch. Down the first baseline. Oh, look at Hosmer. It's there, he got him.
Oh, nice pick.
Another look at the fine play at first that concludes matters here in the inning. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. Lorenzo Cain is into the box
for the
as we are
Royals,
all set to begin
center
the third.
fielder,
And you know, guys, I
Lorenzo
love a guy like
Cain.
this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. Winfield is over near the stands as he makes the catch for the first down.
Now
And with one away,
right
today, of
fielder,
course, Jackie
Jeremy
Robinson Day
Benson.
around Major League Baseball. We had a nice ceremony before the game in honor of number 42 as his legacy lives on to this day. Digging in to try it again, Gerard Dyson. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
Ryan's ready. Here's the first pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this will land foul. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Oh, you gotta like the way he's throwing
Up
the
next
ball
for the
right now.
Royals,
You get a
designated
one-pitch out
hitter,
to start the inning,
Kendrys
and then you follow that up
Morales.
with a 3-pitch strikeout. He's settling in nicely now.
Kendrys Morales will stand in, coming off a season in which he was named the American League's Silver Slugger at DH. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And here's a curveball that just about got away as it misses inside for a ball.
You got to be careful with that inside location on 0-2. The last thing you want to do is hit him.
2 out, nobody on.
Nope.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So Now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. KC down in order. They lead it 2-1. Billy Butler will stand in, and that average has to be a source of pride for him early on. He's got it up over 350 to start the new season.
Butler.
Yeah, and he leads his ball club in hitting, so he's a guy that they really look to offensively.
First offering on its way. To short. Escobar fields it cleanly, and he's retired 1 away.
Batting
And
ninth.
that's a good guy to take
Second
care of
baseman.
on one pitch,
Shed
especially on a swing
Lowry.
like that.
And with 1 gone now, that'll bring in Jed Lowry. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a line drive, but a foul ball. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2-2.
Left field and deep. Gordon ranging back, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall.
It's kind of a surprise to me that
Now
he wouldn't
batting,
try to go for 2
center
on this
fielder,
one. I don't know if he got
Chris
caught up in his home run
Coghlan.
trot a little bit too early or what. He's going to wind up on first base here with a single off the wall.
So a runner at first with 1 man gone, and it's right back to the top of the order now for Chris Coghlan. First pitch of the at-bat. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Grounded to third. Mustakis has it. Infante for 1. On to Hosmer, a double play, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Back with Eric Harros and Steve Lyons.
Leading off
Matt
for Kansas
Vasgersian
City.
here as Eric
First
Hosmer
baseman.
gets ready to start
Eric
things out for
Hosmer.
Kansas City. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Ryan has his target, coming at him with the 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
If you're hitting left-handed, all you can really do is just kind of quit on that pitch and hope it doesn't find the outside corner.
grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
Boy, and he's come out with a plan against these hitters. He's executed that plan to perfection here early on. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
Now to the plate, Salvador Perez. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
Counts 1-0.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. In there, 2-1.
That's a great call there on 2-0. The whole world's thinking fastball, but they dropped the hammer on him.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Chris has it in his tracks. And that's the second out of the inning.
Up next for the Royals, left fielder, Alex Gordon.
Alex Gordon will dig in. He singled his first time around. And they start him out away with a cold strike.
And I think now you're starting to get the sense that he's put that first inning behind him, and he looks a lot more comfortable out there now.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Two and two now with 2 away and the base is empty. Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Swing and a liner, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned the corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and standing in the left-handed hitting third baseman Mike Moustakas. First pitch on its way. In there, no balls and a strike.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that pitch. That's on him way too fast.
4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Swing and a line drive, but foul. chop foul over towards the coaching box. Two runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Here it comes on 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. One left for Kansas City. They still lead it 2-1. Leading off the inning, Dave Winfield, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
And it's quickly 0-2. That misses 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding off.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
I think that's enough toying with him now. I bet he comes right at him on 2-2.
Still 2-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Well, some guys use the fastball to get to 2 strikes and then use something else to get you out. Not this guy.
Wow.
He works backwards here and winds up getting them with back-to-back fastballs in the end.
Into the box, Jeff Bagwell. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Now a half swing here as he wanted to pull it back, but he does so too late. It's strike 1. Low and inside with the breaking ball as that causes him to back up a bit. Still no fastballs in the at-bat. It's been all off speed.
That's definitely by design. He's such a good fastball hitter. You don't want to give in to his strength.
Now a check swing, but he does manage to hold up in time. Ball 3.
Well, I think he got the pitch he was looking for right there, but not in the right location. So that's a great job of just holding up the swing.
I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. This is hit pretty well out to left field. Gordon racing back, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. The tag, and he's out at second base. He probably should have stayed right where he was.
Left fielder,
Coco Crisp is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count. 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Line toward right center. And that's in for a base hit. His second in as many trips to the plate.
Let's watch this swing in show motion. You're going to see this pitch just tie him up in knots
but somehow he's able to fist it all the way out to right field.
Now a snap throw to first, just keeping him close. Into the box now, Danny Valencia. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one.
Now you've got the tying run over at first. 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
2 out with the man at first. Runners on the move for second. Pitch outside, the throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Nothing doing there for the A's. They still trail it here 2-1. Omar Infante will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah,
Omar
after that first
Infante.
inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball one. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
And that's in there for his strike 1-1. And a bouncing ball, foul. Sent on the ground out to second. Gloved by Lowry. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Alcides Escobar.
At the plate, Alcides Escobar. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ryan into the windup. Here's the first pitch. In there, strike 1.
0-1's the count.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Up high, 2-1 now.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count. That alone could be beneficial to an offense.
5th inning, 2-1 our score. And ooh, that strike zone's getting a little inconsistent now. It's 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, right now, that fastball has been so good, he really hasn't needed any of his secondary pitches. Another good heater there.
In now is Lorenzo Cain. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. 3-0 now.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
And I may not know a whole lot about pitching, but what I do know is this is not the guy you want to be putting on base with a walk. That definitely puts the stolen base in order now with 2 away.
Gerard Dyson will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. And we see some action in the A's bullpen now. It's both the left-hander and the righty that start to loosen up. Nothing doing for the Royals as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Danny Valencia comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Third
And in
baseman.
a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And he lays off there 1-0. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. This is line to left, and Gordon's there to take it in for the first down.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoke. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
Standing in now, Carlton Fisk. As he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
And that one misses upstairs, 2-0.
Now, after the home run last time, you can see a more cautious approach to this at-bat. They don't want to get burned again.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Definitely looking fastball there, and you know, he got one, but good recognition not to go up and chase it.
And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
And you know what? You hate giving up walks, but
Now batting.
with a 1-run
The
lead
shortstop.
and a guy like this up there, it's better to put him on first than to challenge him and give him a shot to tie the ball game.
Marcus Semien stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Here's the first pitch to him. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
And you know, whenever he's been in trouble on the mound, he's found a way to turn things around, and that's a good job to start this guy with strike 1.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. And he takes a called strike 2.
That's one of his best pitches tonight.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
A little bad luck there defensively. If that's hit at an infielder, it's a double play. But instead, now you're in hot water here with one away.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Here's the DH, Billy Butler. And he'll take a changeup here for strike 1.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over. And he's able to jump ahead.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Runners are at first and second with one away. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Calling for it, Dyson. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
Up next for Oakland, second baseman, Jed Lowry.
So stepping in, Jed Lowry, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. Two down, runners at first and second. A little bouncer. On to first, and the A's fail to cash in here as the side is retired. No runs, a hit, 2 left. 5 innings complete. KC leads this one 2-1. Gerard Dyson will stand in here as he'll get things started for the Royals in their half of the 6th.
Dyson.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Crisp over to his left. Makes the play, 1 away.
Well, he is definitely doing his part out there. You see his line so far. He's keeping his guys in the ball game. He's just not getting any help offensively.
Kendrys Morales will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. And he gets ahead 0-1.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced. So he's pitching very, very well right now.
1 out, nobody on. And he takes strike 2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in their knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2. Here's one hit hard to the right side and caught out there at second. And the shift works out perfectly. 2 away now.
And you know, he really doesn't have to throw that changeup all that much for it to be an effective pitch. And you can see what his breakdown is so far.
Eric Hosmer strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Grounded to short. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Royals go down 1-2-3. They lead it 2-1. Chris Coghlan will stand in to start things off, as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
Center fielder.
In fact, just one hit
Chris
between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Pulled toward right center field. After it is Kane. He's got it one away.
Yeah, another
Now
good
batting,
start to an inning for him here.
fielder,
He's really only made
Dave
one bad pitch the
Winfield.
entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Dave Winfield will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Duffy has his target. Here's the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Here's the 0-2. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And he makes the throw to first. Winfield is retired, 2 down now.
Now batting.
Boy, that's a really
First
nice
baseman.
play there behind the plate.
Shot.
He doesn't panic.
Bagwell.
Takes his time and makes the good throw on to first. So score that a strikeout with a 2-3 put out for good measure.
Stepping in now, Jeff Bagwell. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Low-scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. Now a breaking ball runs in on him as he's got to get his hands out of the way on that pitch. Line drive to center field. And he will run this one down as he pulls it in around the letters, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the A's. Our score remains 2-1. Back here at the Coliseum in Oakland. Royals leading this one as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do so, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Mark Zepchinski is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
42, Mark Zepchinski.
Salvador Perez
Leading
will
off for
stand
the
in
Royals.
now. He's struck out and flied out 0 for 2
Salvador
thus far.
Perez.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
That's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. That evens it up 1-1. Hard liner towards short.
Well, he's been a little slow out of the blocks here to start the season, but that looks a little better there as this is a sharp base hit.
At the plate, Alex Gordon. He singled his last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. And he falls behind 0-2. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Good job there to hold back as the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the Kansas City left fielder.
And again, they try to take him down in the strike zone just to see if he'll go after that pitch below the knees. But with 2 strikes, he's been able to lay off that thing now twice in a row.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
He's probably thinking if they just could have left that starter in a little bit longer. He was 2 for 2 against him. Not so fortunate against his successor.
The third baseman, Mike Moustakas, now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Runners on first with 1 down. Drilled to first. The second for 1. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first as that will end the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. It's stretch time here in Oaktown. The Royals are on top 2-1. Coco Crisp will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run. That's it.
Into the seats, 0-1. Duffy into the windup. Here it is on 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And another foul ball. Lays off 2-2 now.
It's a good battle to start this inning. That's what you like to see when you got a guy out there that's getting up there in the pitch count.
On to first is Escobar, 1 away.
You know, he's only got 2 strikeouts in the game so far, but he's really done a nice job of keeping guys off balance, and that's been the big key for him.
Danny Valencia will take another shot here. He's flied out and lined out in 2 trips.
Well, 0 for 2, but he's taken some decent hacks. Could see a better result in this at-bat.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Hit in the air to straightaway center. Kane is after it. He makes the running play. 2 down.
This play right here is all about getting a great read and a good angle on the ball when it's hit. Great jump, runs it down, and that saves extra bases.
Carlton Fisk will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Now the pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Swing and a liner. Foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. All even now, 2-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Hit hard to the right side. Fielded by Infante. And he will get him at first on a fine spin and throw from short right, and that ends the inning. A's are gone in order. They're down 2-1. Leading off the inning, Omar Infante
leading off for the
Royals.
Royals.
Look for some added
Second
insurance
baseman,
before the bottom half of the inning. Here it comes now to Infante. Swinging a ball chopped foul down the left side. Hit out towards second. Lowry's got it. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting, shortstop, Alcides Escobar.
Ready now, Alcides Escobar. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Swing and a liner, but foul. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. had him fooled as this is popped up back behind short. And this is taken in easily, and just like that, 2 are gone to start the 8th inning.
Up next for the Royals.
Here's that
center
swing
fielder,
again. This is in show motion.
Kane.
And you'll see that that's a few inches above the thumbs. You'll be feeling that one all night long.
In now is Lorenzo Kane. Line drive to left. Crisp will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Royals out in front, 2-1. Kelvin Herrera will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
Kelvin Herrera.
Leading off the inning, Marcus Semien. And they'll need him to get something going here. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
Semien.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
You want to talk about a live arm? This guy's got one all right.
Hit to short. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Well, here's another look.
Up next,
This looked to be a fairly routine play. Just might have hit him though on the heel of the glove, and now they've got a leadoff base runner.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And that'll bring in the right-handed hitting Billy Butler. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Nobody out, runner on first.
Nope.
Aiming for that outside corner, but just missing. 2-0. Toward center field. Kane is right there, 1 down.
Well, in this at-bat, he did
Now
everything
batting,
right. He got himself into a good hitter's count. That's 2-0. Found a good pitch to hit, and he hit it hard. Just unlucky, I guess. He hit it right at somebody.
Here's Jed Lowry now. That's a swing and lift a foul ball off to the left and out of play. Runner at first here, 1 man out. This is hit well out toward left field. Gordon going back. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
Chris Coghlan will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
From the belt, the pitch. In there, and it's 0-1. A runner on first with 2 away. And he lays off for ball 1. Quick check on that tying run at first. And a dive, but he's back in. And again a throw. Runner back safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Two out with the man at first. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
And he missed with it. Ball 4. So that means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second.
Now batting.
You know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and the guy moves up into scoring position here.
Your
Billy
attention,
Burns
please.
will come on now and
Now
pinch
running at
run
first for the
here.
Athletics. Number 42, Billy Burns.
Dave Winfield steps in for a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th.
Yeah, this is a huge moment in this ballgame, Matt. Now, you might be looking at this at-bat when it's all over as one of the turning points in this game.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And that's what he needed here with 2 outs. He couldn't afford to fall behind another guy here in the inning, so that's a good job to jump in that driver's seat with strike 1.
Trying to hold the lead. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Takes something off, but it's 1 and 2 now.
Still now on 1 and 2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
And you know what? That's not a big breaking ball coming up high and tight. That's going to get your attention a little.
Struck him out as his woes continue as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game. So no runs, no base hits, 1 error in the inning, and 2 left. We've played 8 full. KC leads this one 2-1. Billy Burns will stay in the ballgame as he takes over in center.
Now playing center field, number 42,
Gerard Dyson
Billy
will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
Hitting out for the
I
Royals.
think that's a definite
Right
vote
fielder,
of confidence. He's
Gerard
done a nice job
Dyson.
since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
The pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Ball 1. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1 and 2.
And he's always so tough on left-handed hitters. That slider is just so difficult to pick up.
Hit on the ground to short. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
And if this is almost any other guy in baseball, he's going to be out. But he just gets down that line so fast, and he winds up beating this one out.
Kendrys Morales will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your time to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
A runner at first with no outs here. He's running towards second. Pitch inside. The throw. Not in time as he steals second.
That is impressive speed right there when you can still steal a base on a slide step. Wow, that was nice.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. A runner at second, nobody out. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Has to be thinking strikeout here. 3-2 now.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
Here comes the payoff pitch. On the ground to third. A quick out number 1.
Well, we talk about it a lot. Ideally,
next for the
this should be to the right side of the infield. Maybe you give him a break because he's such a good hitter and he is a run producer, but I'll bet if you ask him, he'll wish he had a different approach in that at-bat.
Eric Hosmer takes his turn now, looking to add some insurance to their lead in the form of that run standing out at second base.
Yeah, a base hit right through the infield will probably do it, but you can bet those guys in the outfield are going to be coming up gunning if they get any chance at all.
High strike there, and it's 1-1.
One strike.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Pickoff move to second, and he'll get back in standing.
Simple throw over there.
Drilled on the ground to short. Simeon's there. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
Now batting. Catcher.
Salvador Perez digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Yeah, and even though that's a tough one to get on top of, I think he'd say he got away with one right there. That's in too good a location when the matchup's not in your favor.
The 0-1 delivery. Drilled left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And not in time as the run scores.
That's a
big run in a game like this. That makes it a two-run game out here in the top of the ninth. So now you give your guy a little extra breathing room out there in the bottom half. He'll appreciate it, believe me.
Liam Hendricks will take over with
now
2 gone here in the top of inning number 9.
Number 42, Liam
Alex Gordon steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Looks like a right-hander's gotten up to throw now in the Oakland pen. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. A runner on first with 2 away. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1.
Well, that's a good spot for that two-seam fastball. Remember, that'll run away from left-handers, so a good idea to work the outside edge.
1-1, here it comes. Hit to third. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. It's a run on 2 hits here for KC. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. The Royals lead it 3-1.
Your attention, please.
Is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 42, Wade Davis.
Striding in to start the 9th, Jeff
Leading off in the
Bagwell,
bottom
as
of the
they'll look
ninth.
to get something going
First
here and
baseman,
even this game up.
Jeff
And it looks like Joaquin
Bagwell.
Soria is going to start to loosen up in the Kansas City bullpen. And that's in there for strike 1.
How big was that run they just scored in the top of the ninth? Now, even a home run here won't tie this thing up.
And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Come back with 1 in the third as the count moves to 2-1 now. So 2-2 now.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy. You don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
And he takes strike 3 cold on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, this is what you want out of your closer.
Now
Comes in firing darts. And it's a very quick out number 1.
Coco Crisp will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
Gordon is there, and quickly 2 are gone here, and it's not looking good for the home 9.
Yeah, and now just 1 out away from wrapping up this one. And that would certainly be a good way to start the series if they could take game 1 on the road.
Danny Valencia makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
It's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1. You have to say, they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Squared that one up just a little late. contact. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And a swing and a miss, as they definitely had him reaching for that one, and this ball game is over.
Yeah, that's a nice win here for these guys. And now I think, EK, you better hurry up and get to a computer so you can get your taxes in by midnight.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. A tightly contested ball game here, so it makes it hard to find our top player of the game, but I think this fella right here would seem to be the logical choice.
Yeah, and I think we probably could have given this award to 3 or 4 different people, but you definitely can't overlook his contribution. He really played a great ball game.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com.